After a full active day, the hot sun, and a large picnic, that was the last thing either of us wanted to do. We also hated putting our clothes back on after the lake and were used to driving home and spending the rest of the night nude at home. No chance. I remember Jane laughing when we all thought about getting home. I suggested we put the bikes in the trunk and drive home, but my dad insisted that it would be impossible to fit into our modest Toyota Camry. Jane and I exchanged looks and we both knew how awful that bike ride home would be, so we set out to solve the issue. Completely bare, we spent at least 20 minutes to finally squeeze the bike frames and tires into the trunk and back seat. However, my dad was quick to point out the massive cooler they had just packed up, which also had to fit into the car. It was getting late, and I was frustrated, so I picked up the cooler and crunched into the back seat, and said, "There, we're going now." My sister smirked at me, proud of the success and avoiding the painful ride home. The final issue was the back seat barely had room for me to sit, let alone my sister. At this point, however, there was no turning back, so the only solution was for me to take the back seat and Jane to sit on my lap. My parents expressed some safety concerns, but Jane had no problem and insisted we do it. At this point,